Hello, 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 beautiful, blessed beings of love and light. Natasha Monique here, founder of a Sacred Alchemy School for Modern Witch, client to Michelle. Hey, Michelle. And here with day four of our 5-day series of our tarot tutorial. So now today we've gone through cleansing your cards. We talked about our birth cards with the majors to, help you connect with the majors, building a story with your cards, things like that. And we talked about the pips. We went over all the pips yesterday. So now finally, I know a bunch of you are saying, Natasha, when are we going to get to the book? Today's the day we actually get to the book, okay? We're going to talk about tarot journaling, making a journal for your tarot cards. I have a bunch of ideas for you, so let's get started right away. So first is my favorite, okay? Hey, what's up, Denisha? First is my favorite. It's the type of tarot journal that I use on a daily basis. It's a visual journal. So here's my tarot journal. Yes, I drew the pictures. No, I am not the best artiste in the world, but I don't care. I like to draw, so I do it anyway. Just like can't dance, still do that. Can't sing, still do that. Can't draw, still do that. Can't paint either, but I love to paint. So I made for myself little templates for my tarot journal. Okay, that's what I use. And on it, I put the card's name, what I see, what I feel, notes from the book, and then my interpretation. This is the only time I reference the book, okay, is when I'm going through the journaling of it. So I put the notes right here that I get from the book on this template. And then when it's done, let me grab you guys a completed sheet here. I'm just going to pick the first one. This is from the Earth Magic Oracle, okay? So the first card in that deck is Ancestors. And see, I fill in all the boxes of what I see, what I feel, notes from the book, and my interpretation, filling it with just images that come to mind when I'm going through the deck, when I'm meditating on it, when I'm reading through the guidebook. I absolutely love doing a visual for my tarot journal. This wasn't the first tarot journaling technique that I've done, but it is my favorite, and it's the one that I stick with. Every single deck, it goes in the book. Hey, Crystal, it goes in the tarot book. And as you can see, the front of my tarot book, I have the keys from the Hierophant and the cup from the Temperance card. Hey, Robin, that's because those are my what? My birth cards. So I use the images from them together to be the cover of my visual tarot journal. This is really fun to do, by the way, y'all. Like, it's super, super fun, and it's a great way to connect with the cards without just like sitting there and reading the book and maybe just taking random notes and things like that on it, just taking notes on the book. It adds a little whimsy and fun to the whole experience, and you really do connect with the cards on an intuitive level. So the next type of journal that I want to talk about, which is actually the journal I started with when I initially started journaling with tarot, which was, oh my God, like 6 years ago, something like that. It was to do a card a day type journal. So I would have my deck. All right, I got my deck. I'd shuffle it up and I would pull a card. All right, just pull a card. Like here, the Knight of Wands. So all day, I'd keep the Knight of Wands with me. Okay, I'd keep it in my purse, in my back pocket. If I'm wearing jeans or something, keep it with me. Notice what's going on throughout the day. All right, just notice. Take heed of what's going on throughout the day. Then at the end of the day, I write down my experiences, hey Carl, and reference the book to see what the card actually means. 9 times out of 10, the shit that went on through the day was like, oh, see, okay, boom, I get that now. It's connecting your daily experiences to then the meaning of the card. But you don't get the meaning of the card, you don't actually read the guidebook for it until the end of the day, after you've paid attention to what's going on. You write out what's going on, then you pull out your little guidebook and see what the card means. Write those notes down with it and see how that meaning connected with your experiences throughout that day. So that is a great way. It will take you, what I did was when I would pull a card, I would make sure I would write it down to note it so that if I got that card again, I'm like, okay, I did that one already. So boom, I have that as my day card. But now let me pick another one that I can learn about. You know what I mean? Like, make sure you're not just doing the same cards over and over and over again. You can even, if you're someone who just like reads for yourself, or if you have more than one deck, you can use them as a study tool and just pull that card out. Like, okay, I've done this card already, so that goes in this pile. Now the next day I'm shuffling through the remaining cards, and that one, pull that out, that goes in that pile. Shuffling through the remaining cards and so on and so forth until you're left with one card. It will take you, of course, 76 days to get through that, but that goes super, super fast. You know, it's already January 31st. Like the first month of the year is already done. So, and that would be 31 cards. If you started on January 1st, that'd be 31 cards that you've already gotten through. All right. So yes, cool beans. Our next journaling tip for you is journal the spreads. Now, every guidebook gives you spreads in the back of the guidebook. Okay, they all give you spreads to use, to try with. You can very well use your own spread. We're going to talk about spreads tomorrow actually with readings. But like in my Celtic Tarot book that I have right here, it gives the Celtic cross spread in there. It also gives, what other spreads are in here? I'm not a big spreads person, but I don't knock them. I totally don't knock them at all. They also give the Triskeli spread, which this looks kind of cool. Yeah. All right. And I think there's one more in here. The relationship spread. Okay. They have a relationship spread as well. So every guidebook, most of them are going to have that Celtic cross. I have yet to come across a tarot deck that does not have the Celtic cross spread in it. That is a good one to help you learn what the cards mean. Oh, good. Yay, Robin. I'm glad you're going to start that tomorrow. I hope you start the visual one. That's good. Or if you do the card a day, well, any of these that you do is excellent. But yay, start tomorrow. Do that. So now you shuffle the deck and you follow the spread and you write down what comes up. You just basically write down what comes up using the book as your guide to help you interpret what the meanings of the spreads are. Because like in the Celtic cross, every position means something. Like the first is the significator, the second is the situation, third is what is crossing, conclude, conscious energies, unconscious energies, the past and your future, which you need to know, external forces, hopes and fears, and outcomes. So after, if you're journaling using the spreads, pay attention, write it all out, what they mean, what the cards mean, and then pay attention to the experiences that you go through, because that's how you can create that intuitive connection with yourself. So now, again, I talked about this yesterday. I'm going to talk about this again today. Storytelling with the deck is so much fun. You can even write down, like write out your story if you'd like to. I wrote myself my own Journey of the Fool. I have that written down. Let's see if I can find it. I wrote it years ago. If I can find it, I'll like just send me your email address for those of you who want it. Give me your email address and I'll email it to you just so you can see the example of what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. See that from the beginning. Yeah, that was the first one I did because that's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. But storytelling with the deck is super fun. And to do that, take your handy dandy deck, shuffle it all up, and play the if then and game with it to make your story. Like, okay, so if I fought off all my aggressors, and I was able to free myself from bondage, then I'd be victorious and be able to play with all my friends. If I stole those precious gifts from my friends, hey Samantha, and taught everyone else how to be a great thief like me, then we'd all be well-balanced thieves. Like, you know, the story doesn't have to go with the meaning of the card. The story goes with the pictures that you see to really just help you to connect intuitively with the cards. Now, with that technique, the guidebook is kind of not in it, so it's best to journal with them the other ways first, so you have that a little working knowledge of what the cards are, and then you're adding your own imagination to it. I'm about almost 10 minutes in, and this is going to be a nice, short, and sweet video, so you can catch the replay, girl, and get all the good bits. get all the good bits. Because, yeah, I'm almost done. I've got the last one actually goes into that storytelling, is that if then and game that I was just talking about. You pull the cards one by one, if this, then that, and that. You can even if and then, or if then and. Like, that is such a fun game to play. And you go through it with the entire deck, and it really does help you connect with the deck. It really, really does. So, I hope you enjoyed that. That's what I got for your journaling. If you do other tarot journaling, things like that I didn't, my 5 that I didn't talk about here, let me know. Let me know what you do. Let me know how you journal with the tarot, because I'm always interested in finding new ways to connect with my decks. Because, yeah, I've already got my eye on 2 more decks that I want. They're the Afro Goddess. Oh my gosh. The woman who does it, she hand painted all of the images on there. And they are all just beautiful African women with their beautiful, lovely fros. You know, I love the fro. I rock one myself. So I have to get that deck. Have to. It's called Afro Goddess. And then there's another one, Dust to Onyx, where she uses like celebrities and like their faces. Like, I know she uses like Kanye West's face. She has one with Jay-Z, one with Oprah, stuff like that. And she does like graphic art with it, that collaging graphic art to put the cards together. It's super interesting deck. So those are the next 2 ones that are going to be on my radar. And they're going to be very much fun to journal in my visual journal. So yay. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to join on Saturday's webinar, just shoot me your email address, DM me your email address on YouTube. Putting it in the comments during this, I'm not going to be able to go back and see them. I did that with Champagne C, and if Champagne C, you watch this, because you're not on now, but if you watch this on the replay, I need your email address again, boo, because it went away. I wasn't able to jot it down when we were going through the video, and I don't have it, so I need that again. So put it in the replay comments. Put it in the comments down there and like pin the comment, like, so I make sure that I get it. So put it in the comments after the video has been processed and is up for the replay. But for all of you on Facebook, just message me. Shoot me a message with your email address, and I will send you the Zoom link. It's a free webinar, and we're just going to dive a little bit deeper into tarot to help you really connect with your deck. So peace, love, and blessings to all you beautiful beings of love and light. I love you all so much, and I will see you tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for your daily reading. And if there is any knowledge, any wisdom, anything that you would like to talk about concerning tarot or myself being a modern witch, spirituality, things like that, let me know. Let me know, and I'll develop a series around it. Y'all know I'm the Hierophant. I'm here to teach. That's what I do. And teaching spirituality is like, it brings me so much joy. I love to enlighten and educate and all that good stuff. A video chat probably tonight, like right after this. I'll message you, Samantha, when we're done. We'll talk about that outside the video, because I'm going to close this out now. Peace, love, and blessings to all of you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll see y'all tomorrow.